what for whom.
At the end.
I
can't tell it's
Jeffrey?
Jeffrey.
First of all, I'm also touched because we're here with many generations of thoughtists. And I'll tell you a little bit about that at the end. But Steve and Jeffrey Minker was an amazing human being. Last night, about 300 people turned out for a celebration of his life. And it was truly remarkable hearing things about someone that you've known for, I guess 1950, I can't remember what lie I told last night, but 1954, I was a high school kid here in Tucson, and there was an AZA youth group that I belonged to, and there was a conclave where Southern Arizona and Nevada AZA chapters got together. And this guy from Vegas comes down, named Jeffrey Minker, and we meet, and we start hearing stories. And I won't go through last night, but it was phenomenal hearing other people's version, which pretty much was the same about Jeffrey as a runaway kid, as a rebellious young man, as a cantankerous individual. And the one story I did tell was Jeffrey, then when we became old enough to think about going to Las Vegas from Tucson, 4 of our fraternity brothers decided that we would take a road trip to Vegas. So Stan Podolsky and Dave Silverman and Dave Greenberg and I can't remember whether anybody was legally able to drive, but we got to Vegas. We certainly weren't old enough to do anything that you'd like to do in Vegas. And Jeffrey said, it's okay. We went to the Riviera, went to Tropicana. He showed us a bunch of shows. You could see Frank Sinatra for about $5 at the time. But we decided that we wanted to drink, but we didn't have any money, so that's a problem, sort of. So we put together about $20 and said, Jeffrey, how do we do this? We want to go gamble and drink. He said, no problem, come with me. Jeffrey took us to a roulette table and said, 3 of you sit on this side, and 3 of us will be on this side of the table. We'll each take $10. And the side on the right will bet on the red. The side on the left will bet on the black. And we can drink all night because we'll always win, unless 000 comes up. That was sort of a footprint for Jeffrey Minker's way of doing the law, his way of mediating. He always had a solution that was a little offbeat and a little unusual. But what Jeffrey did in his life was remarkable. In addition to being an accomplished attorney and an accomplished mediator and a wonderful husband to Barbara and a wonderful friend to all of us, he did more for the YMCA to put kids who couldn't afford to go to camp in the summer than any other individual that I can think of that I've ever known. And last night, the outpouring of love for Jeffrey was very clear that the people who spoke for the YMCA, his other friends and so forth, really did a wonderful thing. Jeffrey embodied the spirit of intellect and humor and cynicism and Arizona basketball. Those were his passions in addition to his wife and his good friends. So I just wanted to spend a moment sharing with you that if you want to read about Jeffrey, there were some wonderful obituaries written about him. But the most important thing is if you ask anybody who knew him, one of the comments last night was, so when you argued with Jeffrey, did you ever win? And the answer was never. If you thought you won, you would smile. And Jeffrey would go, because he knew he always won. 2 other comments I want to make besides missing Jeffrey a great deal and